Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am Kelly. Today I am going to introduce you to maybe the most significant knowledge you've ever come across. It should be made public. It is in the public domain, but not many people are aware of it, so they don't know that they can go and find it. It is the Master's Templar Mechanics Level 1 Planetary Shields Clinic Field Guide. It is the Emerald Order Melchizedek Cloister of the Azurite Signet Council. Within this book, which is really a field guide, clinical field guide, that truly teaches you who you are and how to hone that. There are powerful templates to use, powerful lessons of visualization, how to use the sacred geometry properly, and how to call upon and pronounce the names of the angelic race. There's also some secret history of the world within this, and I'm going to be sharing this with you in increments. Before I begin, I would like to read to you the preface that I had put into the book I wrote many years ago, to give you a little bit of food for thought and maybe an energetic boost to encourage your level of learning. If everyone's version of reality is different, then that means that there is no such thing as a fixed or set reality, thus proving that we are actually in a matrix within our mind, and that everyone is either creating collectively in small clusters or dodging the creation of others simultaneously and on a constant. Multiple realities, quantum entanglement, control equals creating societies and brainwashing them into conforming to their creative will, rather than allowing all to live in peace and harmony and in unity with one another for the way we as a collective feel that we should. So I ask you, are we the host, or are we the decoder who realizes they are only the controller? If they so choose to reclaim, are you the decoder who realizes that you are the controller that will choose to reclaim your power? What do you choose? Do you learn, awaken, and grow? Or do you remain the constant host for the puppet master? What do they achieve from control if souls are recycled? Have they learned how to steal the souls and drain them, enslave them, trick them into falling deeper and deeper into sleep and enslavement? We only learn from failure. Remember who you are and how far you've come in this lifetime, in this matrix. so that we can falter no more. And together, collectively, create the world that we want. Within the Planetary Shield's clinical Level 1 field guide, you will first get the introduction. Then we will go on to the Maharic seal and its foundation technique. Then you will learn how to activate the 12-strand DNA template. You will learn the field technique and repeat it again for the Maharic quick seal. You will be taught Q zones and tribal shield activation, field techniques of the tribal shield Q zone activation, and field techniques of the salutation Merkaba activation, field techniques of the signet RRT master stand, the emerald and amethyst Masters Kundalini DNA template activations, field techniques for the Kundare activation sequence, field techniques for the Amethyst awakening, field techniques for energy sensing, differentiating energy signatures, detecting variations in frequency, remote reading energy signatures, locating energy signatures, how to do a dimensional grid scan, how to do a sweep scan, interdimensional topography, what to look for, field technique 8 of the vortex vending, field technique 9 of mastering fight or flight, field technique 10 of the Geo Task Force Topography Survey, field technique 11 for the Triadic Flame Scan Topography Survey, EOMC Safety Protocols for Planetary Shield Work, field technique 12 EOMC Subtle Contact, Posturing for Empowerment in Contact, What Not to Do in Contact, EOMC Protocols for Contact, EOMC Agenda, Technique 13, A and B, Disengaging Manipulation, the Epsilon Sequence, and Astral Body Seals. The 24 United Resistance Main Control Bases will also be taught, and the Christos Reclamation Mission Site for the KRRTs. Now, I am going to give you an excerpt of what you will be learning. And I'm going to put the links beneath this video for you to go to the website to sign up for the class where the rest of this will be taught, because I will not put it on YouTube alone. Not like this. This is grid work. This is light work. This is serious information. I will not share it freely to the masses. So in order to do that, I will charge a small fee for the class. After you join the class, you will be given every bit of the knowledge that I have. I am not holding back. We don't have any more time. It's time for everyone that's ready to learn this to jump in there and start doing it. The reason for the small fee is to weed out the bullshitters, the naysayers, and the dark side. And yes, the dark has money. They have financial powers over us. Absolutely. But they don't like to hand out their money for knowledge, when it's for the good of the planet especially. I will be protecting us the entire time we are in the classes together to ensure that there is no outside infiltration. Outside energy sources will not be allowed to gain control over what we are doing. And there is no worry that the negative will be in the classes with us, because I will be energetically scanning everyone who signs up for the class. They will all be getting my approval to gain entry. And that is my specialty, reading energy. So there will be, with that being said, that's to explain the purpose of the fee. It is not to get rich or anything like that. This is simply to weed out the people that are not going to take this seriously. Okay? So here's an excerpt of what you're going to be learning. The information contained within this Planetary Shield's Clinical Level 1 Field Guide represents a translation of data derived from pre-ancient sacred science texts that belonged to the advanced human races who resided on Earth prior to our presently identified historical record. The techniques of subtle energy mastery featured in the field guide are many millions of years old, and in the ancient of days, these sacred science practices were employed daily by a specialized collective of humans known as the Planetary Templar Security Team. Members of the Templar Security Team incarnated on Earth specifically to serve as guardians and stewards of the natural thermo-radionic, photosonic, and electromagnetic functions of Earth's organic planetary energy system. Earth's organic energy systems include the realities of the interdimensional time portal and dimensional lock systems, the natural network of portals and stargates, or signets, through which Earth is connected to many other interstellar, interdimensional space-time systems. The organic interdimensional core energy systems of a planet, along with the inherent portals, vortices, ley lines, and stargates, is known as the Planetary Templar Complex. The ancient advanced sacred science knowledge concerning the manual operation of the powers of Earth's Templar have been lost to humanity for many thousands of years. The return of this knowledge in our contemporary times will enable human beings of the present generation and those yet to come to orchestrate advanced applications of global healing, organic free energy systems, and to eventually gain open access to the stargates and the portals of Earth's Templar. The specific events of intensive subtle energy work through which the powers of Earth's Templar can be directly influenced are called planetary shields clinics. The word shields in this context refers to the intricate blueprint, manifestation template, or morphogenetic field upon which the planet's matter body is formed. The planetary template divine blueprint, or planetary shields, exist as fixed grids of scalar standing waves composed of interdimensional frequency that takes the form of minute, stationary, columnar waves of light and sound which flash off and on as universal life force currents from the 15 waves of light and sound. I'm sorry, let me back up because I think I skipped something. I need to read that again. The Planetary Template Divine Blueprint, or Divine Blueprint, or Planetary Shield, exist as fixed grids of scalar standing waves composed of interdimensional frequencies that take the form of minute, stationary, columnar waves of light and sound, which flash often on as universal life force currents from the 15 waves of light and sound. From 15-dimensional spectrums continually circulating throughout the planetary system, holding the planet in manifest matter form. Universal energy currents flow through Earth's Templar via the organic energy conduits of natural planetary Merkaba fields, which are sets of interwoven, counter-rotating fields of electromagnetic energy that correspond to each dimensional frequency band within the 15-dimensional spectrum. Manual interaction with Earth's Templar complex takes place through employment of advanced Merkaba mechanics, by which the human DNA template and the body can be activated to serve as a direct electromagnetic conduit of frequency from the interdimensional frequency spectrum into Earth's planetary shields. Humanity was created to hold the commission of serving as Earth's guardian race, which implies holding the keys to Earth's Templar. The knowledge of Templar mechanics is the heritage of the divine sacred science by which humanity can fulfill its divine commission as planetary guardians. The frequency spectrum of Dimension 12 represents the pre-matter hydroplasmic state of matter density that eternally holds the original blueprint for any manifest form. The D12 frequency band is a primal current of pre-matter that is called the Maharata current, which exists as a density 4 to density 12 standing field of pale silver liquid light hydroplasm. This primal field of pre-matter is often referred to as the universal Christos. The D12 universal Maharata current is frequently referred to as the Christos current. In order to manually interact with Earth's Templar, it is necessary to activate the D12 sub-frequency bands of the interdimensional spectrum within the human DNA template and body. This process is called running the Maharata. Once a human body has activated a sufficient amount of the D12 Maharata current within the DNA template, the human body can now serve as a bioelectrical conduit of interdimensional frequency, through which energy can flow from the universal spectrum through the human body and into Earth's planetary shields. The human mind is the director of frequency. The human body is the conduit through which directed frequency flows. Colors, sound, and symbols are the language that the human mind utilizes to direct specific applications of frequency into specific mathematical and geometrical relationships through which the functions of Earth's planetary shields, planetary Merkaba, and Templar complex grid systems, vortices, portals, and stargates can be consciously influenced, operated, and directed. The 13 field techniques provided in this Planetary Shields Clinic field guide are intended to begin the process of returning the humanity the keys to Earth's Templar. The foundation technique for all Templar work is called the Maharic Seal. Practice of the Maharic Seal temporarily activates and runs the Maharata current within the human body, allowing the Maharata current to serve as a carrier wave for the direction of interdimensional frequencies into Earth's planetary shields to initiate manual interaction with Earth's Templar. To generate enough D12 Maharata current within the body to allow for the interface with the planetary shields, it is necessary to complete the Maharik seal technique no longer than 12 hours prior to Templar work. The easiest method of running the Maharik seal is by reading each step clearly onto an audio cassette for personal use. Then simply listen to the pre-recorded steps and mentally follow the actions whenever you desire to run the Maharata current. If the Maharik seal is not activated, the human body will not hold a sufficient charge of frequency to access the planetary shields. Field Technique 1, the Maharik Quick Seal, will not build sufficient Maharata current within the body if used alone, but it will amplify and sustain the Maharata current within the body for longer periods if the full Maharik seal is activated no longer than 12 hours prior. Not only does running the Maharata allow one to access the planetary shield, it also accelerates DNA template activation, progressively restoring the natural D12 pre-matter personal divine blueprint for increased bodily health, accelerating spiritual integration, progressively activating the personal Merkaba vehicle, and amplifies natural consciousness expansion and higher sensory perception. Most importantly, running the Maharata via the Maharik seal creates a temporary pillar of D12 Christos frequency within your bioenergetic field and DNA, linking you and your multidimensional anatomy directly to its inner Christos pre-matter divine blueprint to create a D12 field of protection within the personal mind-body-spirit system through which essential bioenergetic field integrity can be created and maintained. Please note that running the Maharata on a regular basis will increase the longevity of the body and accelerate natural healing processes. Return of the sacred science of the Templar to our contemporary times will allow each of us to directly assist in the healing of our planet while simultaneously creating healing and evolutionary advancements for within ourselves. The Advanced Level 1 Masters Templar mechanics in this book were compiled into the form of a concise field guide that is suitable for on-site activities. More comprehensive teaching of Templar, Merkaba, DNA activation, core template healing, and spiritual integration mechanics can be found in various other Azurite Templar MC publications. I would like to thank you for your interest and your participation in Planetary Shield's clinical global healing programs with light, love, and spirit's blessings. Now, I'm just going to show you what the Maharik seal activation looks like. And then when we pick up in class, our first lesson will be to learn how to do the Maharik seal and the Maharata current protection. I also have sort of a cheat sheet within this that is the fastest means of naturally activating your personal 12-strand DNA template. You will learn what Q zones are, which are safe zones. As I said before, you will also learn how to remote view the Earth and its grids and energy of all beings, all life around you. We will also be interacting with beings once you get so far within this, you will be, let me find it. I want to make sure I say their name right. Brenu Rishi, Breno Rishi, Breneau, one word, Breno, and then Rishi, Rishi. We will be working with these beings as you learn and grow and become the caretakers of Eden you were meant to be. Really exciting things. And my most favorite thing will be when you learn the 12 tribe names and the sacred psalms. You're going to learn within this course that you are a real life avatar, that we really can control the elements. All of us have our specialty. Some are water benders, some are air benders, some are ether benders, some are fire benders, some are earth benders, right? Did I say earth? Earth, water, fire, air, and ether. And when you become a master avatar, then you've mastered one element, and then the next, and then the next, until you have all 5 of them under your belt. And then you will know your true power. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel your true power from being in this class. And there are some songs that we will also learn because they are necessary. You'll learn Kundalini life currents and cranial sacral seals. And seals are very important. You know, King Solomon, he used seals. And people don't really give credit to the seals as they should. But maybe one day you'll be inspired to choose one or create your own. Either way, they're very powerful. The songs are powerful. And the songs are light language. It's like the songs of the angels and the language of the birds. Have you ever heard of that? The language of the birds, the bird people. That's who these people are. They're the bird people. So, yeah. Check out the link. Come join me. Let's get busy. Let's get you up to speed so that we can really manifest the world that we want to. I look forward to teaching you. I look forward to creating with you. I look forward to getting to reap the harvest that we create together. In love and light. See you soon.